They've cheated death, but death is only getting started.
Oh.
Da-da-da!
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of the 3 out of 5 podcast. My name is Rahul.
And my name is Abby.
And we are a brother and sister hosted podcast.
Yay!
And this podcast is actually a little spin-off thing from our YouTube channel. So that will give you some context as to what we do and who we are and stuff. So yeah, how are you, Abs?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm recovering. I've had man flu.
It's not man flu.
It is man flu. I got taken to the hospital. There was like an orchestra playing behind me. It was very dramatic. We had John Williams playing.
You're being dramatic.
No.
Yes, you are.
But if you can hear me sounding bunged up, if you have ears and you're listening to this podcast and if you can hear me, know that I'm bunged up, which is why I might mumble. When I edited last week's podcast episode, I did notice myself mumbling, but it's fine. What can you do?
Yeah, what can you do?
It's not as if you can edit it to make it sound less unintelligible.
I'm positive there'll be some software somewhere in the world that enables that.
Then you make it, little baby sister. Yes. Okay, Abs, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, is it normal to make eye contact with the window cleaner?
It's awkward. I don't think I've ever done it, but...
Because I see him come to our window several times, and I always think, do I acknowledge that he's there? Because I see him, and I ever wonder if he's like gonna look into the window and just like wave at us, and I'm like, hey, just a
just on the toilet here, no big deal.
Just a knowing nod, but he probably feels awkward enough. Which is why he probably never looks in the window. Because I stare at him and I think, aren't you going to look at me? Trying to make eye contact with you. Do I say hi? Am I meant to make eye contact? What do you think, Abs?
I don't know.
It's just awkward. Like,
or if you were on the toilet. I mean, bathroom windows are like translucent, so you can't really see through them that well anyway.
Yeah, what if you're going for a poo and you can hear everything you're doing? But he'll close the window.
I'm positive he'll have some funny stories to tell his children about things that he sees accidentally.
Yeah.
People having mares inside their homes.
But that's whether he wants to even talk about those things. If he feels like he doesn't want to intrude on people's life. What was I going to say?
Which I'm sure he doesn't, because he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, well, our window cleaner, our window cleaner looked like Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead at one point, because he had the facial hair and he had the same kind of hair. I was like, hey,
and
it's
even
Daryl!
the same facial features.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, similar nose and lips. Maybe it's just the nose.
Kinda. Maybe.
It was either one of them.
But yeah, now you guys have gotten to know our window cleaner personally.
Even just making eye contact with any stranger that you don't know. Well, obviously, a stranger you don't know.
No, but a window cleaner is different because they're looking directly into your home. You're just doing your thing. When he last came, I was making a cup of tea, and then he came to the kitchen as I was making a cup of tea, and I was like, do I wave to him? Do I just say hi? I'm sure he feels uncomfortable enough as it is, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad we had that conversation. But I'd be interested to know everyone else's thoughts. Has anyone ever, waved to the window cleaner whilst we were waving their windows whilst he was cleaning your windows? Maybe a kid's done it. A kid's probably done it.
Yeah, definitely.
A kid's probably, gone up to the window as the window cleaner was cleaning it, and then, I don't know, maybe tried imitating the window cleaner.
Princess... You are one of a kind.
So before me and Abs recorded this episode, we were listening to a song that Yagman X on YouTube did, a Princess Leia Carrie Fisher tribute song, and it's just stuck in our heads. And Abs keeps singing it. She keeps singing the lyrics.
It's a catchy song.
She knows the lyrics better than I do.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, on the topic of YouTube, ever since I uploaded the podcast snippet on YouTube for episode 1, we've had, I was going to say several people. We've had 2 people comment.
No, that's several. That's loads.
Okay, yeah, it is. It's 2,000. We've had 2,000 people
2 million
asking where to get the podcast if they don't have iTunes, and just asking if we could maybe put the podcast on a second channel if it's easier. And yeah, we'll probably do that. That was the initial idea anyway. I just really wanted to put it on iTunes just because the main reason why I wanted to put this on iTunes was just to have something official of Man and Abs on iTunes. And yeah, like I was thinking about this because I haven't been that well. That makes it sound like I've been really unwell. I haven't really. It's been a cold, but it's been bad enough that I've had to take time off to actually rest. Because there's no point getting ill and then saying, "Oh, I'm just going to carry on with my day and just make things worse for myself."
That's what I do.
Because then you end up extending your illness and you just drag it out for way too long, and it makes you feel even more crap.
Oh, Niso. Whoa.
Oh! But what was I going to say?
Talking about moving the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well...
And starting a second channel.
Yeah, well, being sick, having a minor cold, I still wanted to do stuff to keep myself productive, because I'm the kind of person who just doesn't like doing nothing. And by nothing, I mean just sitting down and watching TV. Even though that's kind of what we do in the evening, that's really just to cool down at the end of the day and just relax. And that's always after like 7 or 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, there are still a few times when I'll end up like editing a video at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. just because I want to get the video done, and just because I don't really like watching TV all the time or just having nothing, using air quotes, to do. But yeah, it's bad when you're sick and you're still trying to be productive all the time, because you really do need that rest. And I feel like that's one of the times where I can say, yeah, I won't feel as bad for just sitting down watching TV, even though, as I was sick, I didn't do that.
Well, after my operation,
yes,
which was in July when I had teeth removed, that was on a Friday, and I had obviously time off of that. I couldn't go back to school afterwards, so I was still under the anaesthetic. And on Saturday, again, it was the weekend, I couldn't go back to school. On Sunday, I went shopping because I felt all right.
Yes.
Really, I probably maybe should have stayed at home in case there was still some drugs still in me.
Oh, guys.
But
she does drugs.
Then on Monday, I went back to school.
Yes.
And what my dad was saying, that I didn't have to go back because my face was still really swollen and I didn't really look as though I'd recovered. But I went anyway, and it got to like 10:30 and I was so tired. I was like ready for bed. And I probably should have stayed home. But I didn't want to because I knew that nothing was wrong with me. So I didn't want to stay at home and be lazy when I could be learning something. Because I know that there are people out there who don't get the chance to go to school. And I feel as though I'd be taking advantage of that by not going. But really, I kind of have to stay home because I'm recovering from something. But yeah, it got to like 10:30 and I was really tired. And I went to first aid, and I think
I went thirsty. I went Thursday.
I went to first aid, and they just recommended taking
a nap
the rest of the day easy, and if you don't feel good, then you can go home after lunch. But I just ended up spending period 3 in geography. It was actually art.
That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't do anything, but yeah.
I had period 3, which was geography, but it was actually art.
No, it was the geography room.
And period 3 was actually period 5.
No. I was supposed to be in music, but we didn't have...
How many stories do you want to tell?
No, I was supposed to be in music that day, period 3.
Yes.
But the teacher I went to was a geography teacher, but his room was being used for art.
That's
so he said that you can just stay in this room with me, but there'll be a different lesson in there.
Okay. You can learn about geography using musical instruments and basing it around art.
You get what I mean.
It's just confusing. It could have been a simple story, like in period 3, I was just chilling. But like in period 3, I had geography, which was art, which was music.
Does it? Well, you can cut that bit out.
No, it's fine. It's funny. But as you were saying, Yabs.
But yeah, then I came home, we'd finished recording Worms, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mum saw me, she was like, you should have stayed at home. She was like, you look worse.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have gone to school. And it was after I had that laughing/crying fit, because he made me laugh so much.
For those of you who don't know, Abs had an operation. She had a chunk of gum removed from her mouth.
It wasn't even that big, it was just having teeth removed, but it just had to be under general anaesthetic because of the way they had to remove them. Yeah,
and your mouth was swollen, you had stitches.
I looked really bad.
Yeah, then when Abs... She was okay after a few days, and then we decided to record a Worms video for the channel. And we were quite dedicated then, so we tried recording as much as possible whenever we could. Because a lot of the time when we do record, we rely on the house being more or less empty or quiet, just so we can record for like an extended period of time, and so that we're not getting disrupted, and
we're not getting in other people's way as well.
Yeah, it's true, because when we record, there's a lot of equipment, and
but also if Mum wants to watch TV or something.
Yeah, and we're being noisy ourselves,
or Dad.
So we need to make sure that. It's fair on everyone, but yeah, there was, in the Worms video, I just ended up making Abs laugh a lot towards the end of it, and it was getting so painful for her to laugh because of her stitches that it was just hard for her, but also funny at the same time. Because when you can't laugh, it's more funny.
Yeah, it is.
But what were you saying, Abs?
It was a minute, and then once I'd stopped, my face was all red, and then Mum came through the door. She just finished up. She was like, "Why did you go to school? You look terrible. You should have stayed home." I was like, "No, I'm fine."
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just my brother was making me laugh and making me feel worse.
But yeah, I should have taken that day off. But oh well.
Oh well. I mean, if you're really, really sick, then. Obviously you will be like, I definitely can't go anywhere. I'm definitely gonna have to just stay in bed and get some sleep or something. But when you have something that's like a cold, and it doesn't feel that bad, you still want to be doing things. But at the same time, you'd definitely recover faster if you just chill and take it easy and don't really do much to exert yourself. And yeah. There's no point being productive when you're ill. Just get some rest. That's the moral of the story. Get as much rest as you need to, because there's no point dragging out your illness longer than it needs to go on.
I mean, that kind of happened to me before. This is going to be a long thing. But I think it was last year when my throat was really sore. And I had antibiotics because they said that something was wrong with my throat. And I went back to school on Monday, and the antibiotics made me feel better. But then a week later, I was just back into that place again. And I got really ill again. Whoa. And that wasn't nice.
Bless. Guys, you may have heard it. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
You may have heard like a... Wait, can I redo it? You may have heard like a burp.
That was Rahil's fault. He was trying to apologise, but he's blaming it on the chair.
No, I've got my arm rested on Abby's chair.
No, you farted.
Okay, I guess I did. I've been eating lots of beans. Beans to make you feel good. Beans.
Calm down.
Slapper-me-doo.
Slapper-me-doo.
If you've seen our videos, you'll get that reference. But yeah, I really need to know when to take it easy. But talking about Yagman X again, she made a video saying how 2016 wasn't the best year for her. And I understand that 2016 for a lot of people wasn't particularly a great year. And it sucks that it feels that way. But Yasmin, that's her name. She made a good point.
No, her name's Yagman. That's her real name.
Her parents named her Yagman.
Her first name is Yag, her second name is Man, and her surname is X.
Yeah, but when she came out of the womb, her mum and dad looked at her and they thought, what does she look like to you? She looks like a Yagman. And the first word was Yakman. Yakman. But as I was saying, Yasmin made the point. I mean, Yagman made the point that she always feels like she wants to be doing something and that there isn't enough time to do everything she wants to do, and that she wants to be saving the world. Stop laughing at this.
I'm not laughing at
Okay, we'll get back to what Abs is laughing at. No, I'm laughing. But yeah, she was saying how she always wants to be doing stuff and that there isn't enough time to do stuff, and she just wants to save the world.
That was sad.
And I can relate, because I always want to be doing things to, like, I don't know, not improve my life, but accomplishing stuff in life. Like, the podcast was definitely something I wanted to do, and I know I'll look back on my deathbed. I'll look back at this and I'll think, I'm really glad that I did a podcast with my sister, because it means a lot doing it with my schmucklin and having it on iTunes, and that's one thing I'll really remember, which is why, going back to my point before, I always feel like I need to be productive, because I don't want to just waste my time watching TV, and I just want to make sure that I'm always doing exciting things and moving on to new things in life. And as I said before, I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking, oh, I just wasted all my time watching TV, because that will be a horrible regret.
I know, but then you make me feel bad, because I'll spend like 2 hours binge watching PLL, but I always make sure I do my homework first.
Yeah, moral of the story: do your homework first.
No, but that's what I do. Like, I wouldn't binge watch PLL only to realise I have like 6 homework tasks to complete.
I know.
So
like, it's fine. It's fine that you watch TV. To everyone listening, it's fine that you watch TV and films, but I guess
you have to find that balance.
Yeah, it all needs to be done in moderation. But it depends on what you want from life. If that's what you enjoy, then it's fine. But for me personally, I know I wouldn't be happy just watching TV all the time, because even I get bored. Speaking of TV, I watched Luke Cage recently. I watched like the first 9 episodes, and then when it got round to Christmas and everyone was home, there wasn't really much time to watch it. Then I watched the remaining 3 episodes. I was going to say 4. Oh no, it's 4, 10, 11, 12 and 13. And yeah, it wasn't fun. It was a bit of a boring watch. Sadly, Marvel's worst Netflix series yet. It's not bad, but just boring. Yeah, Jessica Jones is definitely their best one. But
I agree.
Whoa.
No, I don't. I haven't watched any of them.
And you shouldn't watch it because it's not for kids. But when you're older, you can watch it because it's got good female characters. But
like PLL. PLL has good female characters.
Yeah. But I guess one of the things I like about Luke Cage is that it has strong female characters. But yeah, I went way off topic. Have you got anything else to say on the matter, Abs? That was it. That was your contribution. But anyway, I feel like I've talked too much. I know you have some things to say on being productive.
Rahul.
Oh!
So, Rahul was talking about...
Wait, I've got things to say.
Luke Cage, and about how he doesn't like
yeah, so
it.
some more things about Luke Cage now, it's fine.
But I've had to stop watching PLL.
Oh, what's PLL?
Well, space the episodes out because I only have about 9 left.
Oh, I've got some things to say about Pretty Little Liars.
Shut up. I only have about 9 episodes left.
Oh, did you know the number 9 is like 1 before 10?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, I'm playing the part of the guy who constantly wants attention and wants his voice to be heard. Okay, no, I'll stop being rude. Go, Abs, go.
Okay.
It's your podcast as much as it is mine.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, go.
So I've been...
Wait, I didn't even say anything. Abs just looked at me as I was about to take a drink from my water.
You said wait.
No, you started laughing before I said wait.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I only said wait because I saw you looking at me. So I thought I'd play on the joke some more. Sorry, Abs, go. This has gone on for like a minute.
So I've had to space out the episodes because I only have about 9 left. So that's left me with nothing to watch.
That's 9 episodes of Pretty Little Liars, because where are you now, Abs?
I'm on season 7, episode 2. So that means I have 8 episodes left. Oh.
Count, woman.
But the thing is, I thought that in season 6, there were the same amount of episodes as there were in seasons 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But there are actually only 20 episodes. So I guess that was probably my mistake for not looking properly. But even if I did look, I would have seen spoilers. So it's not my fault.
Well, does it really matter how many episodes are in a season?
No, but I just thought... Because I wanted to space them out anyway, but yeah, anyway.
Yes.
So I've had nothing to watch, and I was doing some revision for a science test that hasn't even been set yet because I got a really bad score on my last science test. It wasn't really bad, but...
It wasn't up to your standards.
Yeah, it wasn't up to my standards. And my teacher wasn't disappointed because he could tell that I was upset with myself.
Did you cry?
I could have cried.
Oh,
I could have, but I didn't because I just thought, well, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, what's done is done.
It was chemistry, and I'm not good at chemistry. And I remember my teacher saying that
you said you watched Breaking Bad. You said you watched Breaking Bad. You should know a lot about chemistry.
Oh, and he said he wasn't very good at chemistry, so that kind of made me feel better. But so I've been revising for this future biology test, which I'm guessing won't even be set until maybe March or
2018.
April. So I'm the kind of person who doesn't like silence to a certain extent.
What do you mean?
So if I'm doing something, I always need background noise.
Oh.
Which I know will annoy you.
Yep.
Or our brother in the attic, because he always likes to turn off the TV when no one's using it, turns off the lights when no one's in the room, which I understand, but I need something in the background.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify that sound you heard just then was
it was his fault.
Chair. Wait.
It was not the chair.
Okay, yeah, go on, carry on, Abs.
Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so I was like, well, what do I put on in the background? So I just had to put on old Pretty Little Liar episodes.
Yeah.
But about the science test score, I was like talking to my friend, I'm like, I'm beginning to doubt my intelligence because there were things in there that I put really stupid answers for when I knew in my head that I knew these kind of things. But I think when it comes to tests, I always make too much of a big deal out of them, and I always panic over them when I really shouldn't. Which is why I always do worse.
Oh, bless. Well, I don't know.
So I just thought it's one test, it's one score, it's not going to matter.
No, I think in 10 years' time when you apply for jobs, your employer will look at your test score from when you did really badly. They'll be like, oh, this girl, we're not going to hire her.
No, because I can't remember who said it, but it could have been Zoe or Tanya. And they said there's no point in worrying or getting anxious over something that won't matter in 5 years' time.
Exactly.
Or something like that. So don't panic or worry about something that won't matter ever in your life ever again.
And that was when she said Zoe and Tanya. That is
Zoe Sugg and Tanya Burr.
Yeah, we just have to clarify for people who
Zoe and Tanya could be my friends from school.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because whenever Abs mentions Zoe and Tanya, I'll obviously know who they are because I have enough context, because I know Abs watches them on YouTube. But for listeners who don't have that context, I just felt the need to clarify with Abs. So yeah, I feel like lots of people just get very stressed out in exam conditions. I'm not sure if there's anything to really counteract that. I'm sure, like, I've seen Thomas Frank, who runs the website and YouTube channel College Info Geek. He did a YouTube video on how to like ease exam nerves and stuff, which is definitely worth a watch.
I should probably watch them.
I love Thomas Frank's College Info Geek stuff. I love his videos. If it weren't for our brother in the attic, I wouldn't have known about him, because that guy seriously helped me out as I was completing my third year of uni, because he just had so many organisation skills and stuff, and tips on how to become a better student and establish better habits that I wouldn't have done as well as I did if it weren't for him. So yeah.
It's always a science test as well. It's never the maths ones that I get the most panicky about. It's always science, because I want to be a doctor. So it's like, well, if I don't do well on this test, then that's not very good.
Oh, well, it's not going to matter.
And I always revise most for science tests because I know they're the ones that I need to revise more.
Yeah, well, everyone has their different learning curves. Even if you feel like you're not doing well now, it's not going to determine how well you do in like 2 years' time, because your understanding of concepts will like probably skyrocket at like an exponential rate, so that when you're older, you just know so many more things instantly and can understand things a lot better and a lot quicker then. And everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses. No one needs to be perfect at everything, which is why, obviously, when a lot of adults you see don't just do everything. They've got a specific field that they work in. So it doesn't really matter if you're not good at everything at school, which, I don't know, I feel like maybe that's a problem with the education system, not to like go on, but because you're learning so many different things and you're expected to do well in all of them. It's probably a lot of pressure when...
Especially in science, because it's just one of them subjects where loads of things are being thrown at you and you're expected to understand it all, but...
Yeah.
Like, I find it's a lot harder than maths and English and things.
Yeah.
But also,
yes,
now they've changed it so we have bigger tests, but we have less of them, which means that everything we learn, it always has to be in our minds.
Yeah, which I don't think is...
For a longer period of time.
Yeah, which I don't think is very fair, because when I was your age, Abs, we just had more tests and everything was spaced out a lot more. And I can understand why a lot of kids these days are getting very stressed about school. That's just because of the way things are run these days.
It's stressful as well when you have to read out your test score and you're not pleased with it. Because I put my hand up after that test because we had to... Well, it wasn't after that test. It was when we had to mark it ourselves.
Yes.
And we had to read out our score. And I put my hand up and he came over to me and I was like, can I just tell you my score here because I don't want to read it out. So we asked the class if they prefer reading them out or him going round. So he just had to go around the whole class. Which I felt bad about because I felt as though it was my fault they had to do that. But other people didn't want to read their scores out either. Yeah,
there'll be people who wouldn't want to read their scores out, but they wouldn't want to tell the teacher that they prefer that. So I'm sure it was the best choice overall. Because, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm also the kind of person who, if I do really well, I don't want people to know, because people are like, whoa, what did you get? I'm like,
yeah,
I got
I'm
this.
like that.
And they're like, whoa, that's so awesome. I'm like, oh,
and then
thanks,
they start telling everyone.
And then you ask them what they got. And if they didn't do as well, you're like...
You feel bad.
Yeah, but I always follow it up with, oh, that's really good, you did really well, because... You know, that person, even if they didn't do as well as you, they probably put in as much effort, maybe if not more, if they really cared about the subject. Because sometimes people will just do badly, but they would have revised like crazy as well.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Monsters University, and I like that film a lot, specifically for that reason, because Mike Wazowski, he studies a lot to be like the best monster scarer person ever. And he fails. As much as he tries, he can't really get it right. And then Sully comes along and he gets jealous of Sully because Sully has that instinct to be a good monster and stuff. But yeah, I just really love Mike Wazowski's determination and persistence. And
I thought you said pizzazz.
Yeah, well, when I said Mike Wazowski?
No, he said persistence.
Oh, yeah, pizzastance. He has a lot of pizzastance. But yeah, I really like his motivation and determination to do well, even if he doesn't really succeed. At least he tried. Wouldn't you agree, Abs?
Yeah.
Do you have any other topics?
No, but I was just going to say that it's hard to it's hard to pay attention to something when you don't like that certain subject.
I know.
Like, there are bits of science that bore me, and you have to listen, but you don't want to. And especially when it comes to tests as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to do well at something that, you don't enjoy. But it's just one of them things that you have to do because it's school.
Yeah. But, I don't know, maybe it's the way that teachers teach things. Because sometimes it could just be the teacher who's not being very engaging. Or maybe it is just the subject itself. There's just things that you have to learn and get on with. So, yeah.
It depends on the person as well.
You mean the student?
Yeah, the student. Yeah. Because last year in maths, I did learn stuff, but with the teacher that we have this year, I've learned so much more. Like, in them couple of months, in the year I'm in, I've learned so much more than I did in my previous year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
So, in that whole, like...
But then again, you could also pinpoint that to... You had that whole previous year to, like, get a gist of things, and then in that following year, it's been... Because you've already been used to them concepts, and they've been elaborated on, you feel like you've learned more. So maybe it's going at this exponential rate again. But, yeah, go on, continue. So, I know what you mean.
There was... So... You're in school for about, was it like 9 months, 10 months? Because there's the summer holidays as well.
Yeah, for an academic year.
Yeah, so in them 10 months in that year, I learnt less than I did in like those 3 months in the year I'm in now.
Fair enough.
And I thought that was really good.
Just
and I think
you had
it
a
is
different
because
teacher.
of the teacher.
Yeah.
I do think it is because of the teacher.
Well, yeah, you do need... It's not the teacher's fault if you don't properly understand
it's not the teacher's fault, because all teachers have a different style of learning. They can't help that.
And I really respect teachers for doing what they do.
Yeah.
Because, putting up with a lot of kids.
And it's not just a 9 till 3:30 job for them either.
Yeah.
We get a lot of them talks at school.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, it's often the point that you just need a different perspective on what you're learning just to help fill in the gaps and to make something a lot more... I was going to say comprehensive, but I'm not sure if that's the word, if that makes sense.
I would
say understandable, but I'm not sure if understandable is even a word. It's very understandable, yes. But yeah, you guys know.
More clear.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our topic on school. I've run out of water. Can I borrow yours? You're going to spit that out because I'm making you laugh.
I swallowed it.
No!
We've been recording for a long time.
Yeah, I realise we've had a very, very long discussion on school and the education system and how it's broken! Fix
Brexit!
It. Oh! Well, I was going to say Brexit.
Can't be Brexit's fault.
Nah. Well, I found it... when I was at university, one of my tutors showed me a very good video on the education system and just how children are taught in like groups and treated as if they're sheep. Like we categorize students into like their age and stuff
and their intelligence.
Yeah, and we don't treat them as like individuals and stuff. So it's an interesting video, and if I can find it for anyone who really cares, I'll maybe put a link to it in the show description.
I get why they do it in terms of intelligence, but I also feel bad for the people who are like in those lower sets and they think that they're not smart.
Yeah, because that can probably affect.
Can feel.
Yeah, that will probably affect their career choices.
Like you don't want them to feel like inferior to those who are smarter than them because of the set they're in.
Yeah,
and that isn't their fault either.
Yeah, but I think it's probably like a good idea for those who are in lower intelligence classes to mingle with the higher intelligence ones, just so
I know,
like
but then sometimes either they don't have the confidence to, or those people in the higher intelligent, like what were you saying?
Classes or groups.
Yeah, like sometimes they aren't as nice. 'Cause I see a lot of that.
I know, but I think it's just nice because when you find yourself mixing with different people from different areas and different abilities, you do learn a lot from each other. Whether you're like say in a higher intelligence class, you'd still have a lot to learn from those who are considered lower intelligence, but they might have just a different outlook on things and stuff. So yeah, it's like with kids. I always find kids to be really, really intelligent, and maybe the education system dumbs them down because they're treated more like sheep as they get older. But like when our cousin came to our house and saw the Walking Dead comic I have, because I had a Walking Dead compendium, and for those of you who don't know, the compendium is like 30 issues or something of the Walking Dead.
It's a very big book.
Yeah, it's very hefty. It's kind of like a catalogue, but
or an encyclopedia.
It was the Walking Dead comics, and they saw the front cover, and they spotted something I didn't see because I was just way too blind to see it and too narrow-minded maybe. But they saw how maybe it's a spoiler. Okay, maybe Walking Dead comic spoilers start now. Look in the show description if you want to know when to skip ahead. But it's not really a big spoiler. But in the comics, okay, here we go. Rick Grimes has his hand chopped off by, I think it's the governor, or is it Negan?
I thought it was the governor, because I think I remember asking at one point.
Oh, yeah, it is the governor, because the governor was in that comic. But yeah, Rick has his hand chopped off, and on the front cover you can see that Rick is missing his hand. He's got a bandage around his arm. And our cousin pointed that out, and he was quite young at the time. And I was just really amazed that he pointed that out and saw that. There's just been several instances like that where kids have been able to make quicker connections than I have, and they've just spotted things more easily or worked things out easily. So,
and I'm not saying this just because I'm like younger than you, but I do feel sad sometimes when you do see people who are older treating kids as if they don't know anything.
Yeah. It's like with Matilda.
Yeah, that's a good example.
What does he say?
I'm
right, you're wrong.
I'm big, you're small.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
That's more or less the thing. It's not verbatim, but hardcore Matilda fans, there you go. There's your reference. Enjoy it.
Savour it.
So this is... I can't believe we talked about school and the education system so long.
This will have to be more than 25 minutes long.
We'll dub this podcast episode controversial. It's not really. It's stuff that you have to talk about, to be aware of. And if it upsets you, then we apologise, but it is what it is.
I didn't even plan on getting this far. I had 3 things to talk about specifically in my notes.
Yes.
One was about... Okay, let me find it.
Uh-huh.
One was about Pretty Little Liars, spacing episodes out.
Yes.
Bad science test score, and about trying to be productive when you're ill. Productive. I like to be productive. And that was all I was planning on talking about. But we went on this whole tangent about the school system and things like that.
But it's good because, in a way, this is what I've always wanted from a podcast, to delve very deep into topics like this.
But I feel as though we should have prepared more on this, because I know I would have had so much more to say, but then this would have been so much more longer.
We'll definitely come back to topics.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. And my bum
Not. Whoa, TMI. We won't come back to this willingly. We just happened to talk about it because Abs just so happened to be talking about school and getting bad test scores. And
Score.
I thought it sounded like I said bad test scores. Bad test scores. There we go. But yeah, so that was a very huge talk. Okay, so what I usually do in the podcast is provide time scores. I provide time codes and time markers to... Why are you looking at me like that?
To ensure people...
No, just to show people what we're talking about and where. So I'm guessing the school talk is going to be a long section. What?
I was looking at you weird.
She's looking at me weird and I don't like it. No! Oh yeah, shall we tell them what we were laughing at before?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we've ended our discussion on school and stuff and being productive. Okay, probably, I don't know how long ago it was, but me and Abs were talking. I was talking about Yagman X and how she wanted to be productive all the time. And then Abs started laughing, and then I said I'd get back to it, and now this is us getting back to it.
Yeah.
What were you laughing at, Abs?
It's a picture of Rahul that he took using photo booth.
On the mini iPad?
Yeah, on the mini iPad.
She was
let
just...
me try and figure out which which filter it is, or what it is called.
She was just laughing at the several funny pictures I've done on photo booth. And I always find myself easily amused. I know it's a very childish thing, but yeah, I just tend to take so many silly selfies with photo booth.
I think it was Stretch.
It's the expressions.
I found it. I think it was Stretch. Does that look like Stretch? I think that was Stretch. There's only one way to find out. Real.
I'm redoing it live.
Yeah, it was Stretch.
There we go, I took another one.
If only you could insert a picture.
I could put it in the podcast description. What I'll do is I'll put it on our Instagram so that people... there's a picture of you.
It's one of me.
We won't put that there. But, okay, I'm kissing myself in this one. I'm bunged up. But, Daredevil. Okay, so if you want to know how the picture looked, I'll put it on the Instagram and you can see. I'll put our Instagram in the description as well. But yeah, it reminds me of when Dan and Phil did the photo booth challenge, which was funny. Have you seen it, Abs?
I think I don't
You probably
know.
have.
I probably have, but I can't remember.
Yeah, we'll watch it afterwards. That's really funny. It's such a simple thing to be amused by, but it is funny. What were we going to talk about?
Why is there glitter on this iPad?
Who knows?
Why is there glitter on my hand?
It's like when you were watching Pretty Little Liars and you spotted that they had glitter on them.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
It was that scene with Ezra and Nicole.
I don't even know who Nicole is. I apologise if I'm getting really bunged up, by the way. I feel like the more I talk, the more I can feel mucus travelling up to my nostrils and stuff, to my sinuses. Yeah. TMI.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Well, we've nearly gone on for an hour, and I'm very surprised.
It's almost 4:00, and I was planning to be.
Well, I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to cut down because I feel like we did talk a lot about stuff, but maybe it's good to include it all in. I have one last topic. It's maybe something I wanted to talk about in a video, but
Pinterest.
Yeah, Abs is looking at my notes. So today I made a Pinterest account. I never thought I'd make a Pinterest account. I think I did before in the past. But
I think you did, because I remember asking you. I remember asking you, like, yeah, well, I do have one, I just never use it. I think you said something like that.
I think I made one just to, like, download an image, because I always find it really annoying when you find an image on Google Images, then you see where the image is from.
And it's from Pinterest.
And Pinterest won't let you look at it unless you go to their website and log in. Because on Pinterest, you can have a look at a few things, but then the more you scroll down...
It says...
The more
you get an account.
Yeah.
Please, can you log in?
The more you get a window coming up saying, please log in or please sign up, which is really annoying. But I made a Pinterest account today, Abs, for the reason of...
sorting out your wardrobe.
Yeah. You might want to face the microphone a bit more.
Oh, sorting out his wardrobe.
No, it's
because he has not a bad wardrobe, but you need help with your sense of style.
Yeah, I don't really dress to impress. I dress more for comfort and stuff.
Which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, I like what I wear. I'd still say I have my own aesthetic, but I'd like to make more of an effort in my appearance.
Take pride in your appearance.
Yeah, because for a long time, Abs, what did I have?
You had a beard.
Yeah, a beard.
And long, scruffy hair. Which didn't look
that long.
It didn't look that bad, but, I mean...
I know I prefer how I look now. But yeah, I just wanted to make myself look more presentable. And I just ended up preferring how I looked with just like stubble and stuff. And looking back at pictures of me from like a year ago, my facial hair looked horrible. There's pictures of there's selfies I've taken of my facial hair.
The thing is though, you would have thought you looked cool then.
I did think it looked cool. I think it looked awesome.
And then you look back now, you're like, oh, why?
Like, oh, that's disgusting. Oh. But I remember when I grew my facial hair so long that I could see like brown hair sticking out of my beard, which
Even
is really
ginger.
weird, browny gingery, which I didn't even know was possible. But yeah, it looked really scruffy. But I'm glad I I take more pride in my appearance now and growing myself more. What are you laughing at?
I wouldn't say that so wholeheartedly.
Oh!
When you're sitting here in this thing that makes you look chavvy.
No, well, Mum bought this and I wear it more because it's warm.
Yeah,
I'm wearing more because of
but
function.
she did it because it looked warm. That's the reason why she bought it.
But it does. I guess it does look chavvy, but I don't care. I've worn
You love being a chav. You've always wanted to be a chav.
I've always wanted to
No
be.
offence to chavs who could be listening to this, but I don't know a chav who could listen to a podcast.
Yeah, just make sure you're facing the microphone a bit more, Abs.
I'm facing the microphone a bit now. More now. More. I can't speak. I've been talking for too long.
Yeah, but...
can't speak and talk at the same time.
I guess the main... that's one thing I said before. Were we playing a game?
Yeah.
We were playing a game on the PS3, and I said something funny, and then I said to Abs, I can't speak and talk at the same time. I was meant to say I can't game and talk at the same time. And yeah, I always say stupid things like that. It's just my brain having a brain fart. But
I have those moments all the time, don't worry.
Yeah, don't we all? But as I was saying, the main reason why I decided to make a Pinterest was because today I was going through all my bookmarks and I made a bookmark folder called Clothes, and it just consisted of bookmarks of clothes from like online shopping retailers for clothes and
specifically
stuff.
ASOS.
Not ASOS. Well, some of them were ASOS. But yeah, I just thought it would be nice to have new clothes and shoes and stuff. And instead of having like cluttering up my bookmarks, I found out that using Pinterest would be a cool way of like displaying the clothes and shoes and stuff in like a board with images, so that it was easy to view the specific items, and then you could click on the image to go to the website with the clothes on, so then you can look at them some more and buy them.
As opposed to just having them in a list and not being able to see them.
Because when you've got them as bookmarks, you're not going to click on them and see them straight away. But yeah, I really liked how I dressed on Christmas Day. That was like one of the few days where I made an effort with my appearance.
And we didn't even go out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, but...
Well, you did go out, but...
Yeah, but I liked how I looked. I thought I looked quite dashing, and I'd like to dress more like that. It's just finding the clothes and finding the time to actually go and shop and finding the money too. But I wouldn't mind spending like a week or two just going clothes shopping to really like pinpoint the best clothes I can. Because I won't talk too much because this is going on way too long. But I like having a minimalist wardrobe.
I do as well.
And by that, I don't mean minimalist in terms of like colour and stuff, even though the colours I wear are very minimalist. But it's more the fact that I don't like a big wardrobe where I have lots of clothes that I wear very rarely. Like, because I've had t-shirts that I think look cool, but I've only worn them once or twice. And I hate that they take up space. So I just decided to get rid of them. So I only like having a few items in my wardrobe.
You'd rather have 10 items in there that you'd religiously wear rather than having 40 items in there that you won't get much use out of.
Yeah. Because I always end up wearing the same things again and again anyway. So what's the point in having many clothes when I always reach for the same thing again and again? So... sooner or later, I'm just going to have a wardrobe. I'm just going to like redo my wardrobe and have clothes that I know look nice, that look mature.
And you'll wear more.
And yeah, and that I'll wear more often. And that won't make me look as scruffy. So there we go. I'm gonna take more of put more of an effort in my appearance. Here we go, guys. Be excited. Even though this is a podcast and you'll never see how I dress, I could be in my underwear for all you know. Just my underwear. And a chavvy hat and my chavvy jacket. And yeah, you won't be able to see what I'm wearing. I can't speak. And yeah, that's it. There we go. That's the podcast episode over.
No, I've got one more. No, I don't have one more thing to talk about.
Do you have anything to say?
No, I actually don't.
You don't have anything to say about clothes and stuff?
I feel as though if I just talk about everything here, we'll have nothing to talk about in the next.
No, we'll always have things to talk about.
But no, I actually don't have anything to say, besides from the fact that I wanted to bake today, but...
Okay, what about your wardrobe?
My wardrobe. What about it?
Well, you said you like having a minimalist wardrobe too.
Yeah, I do. I don't like having things in there that I know I won't wear, and that I just have that I just have in there for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Because I like being an organised person. I don't like having things around me that I know I won't use.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that because I instilled that thought into your head? Not thought, that idea.
Maybe, but
because I'm always like,
I think I might get it from Mum as well, because I feel as though Mum's kind of like that as well. Like, she is quite organised.
Yeah, because we make a big deal in our house of not having a lot of clutter. That's only because we struggle for room all the time.
We say that, if you'd come into our house, it is quite messy, but it's an organised mess. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Because it does look messy, but everything's organised and everything still has a home.
Yeah, but we could definitely do with more storage and just more space. And that relies on us decluttering. But I don't know. I'm guessing you've always heard me say, Abs, this, I don't really need this and I don't want it to take up space. So what's the point in having it? Goodbye, I'm throwing you away.
But even small things like making my bed, like Mum's always made a big deal out of when she makes her bed. It always has to be in a specific way. Uh-huh. And I definitely got that from Mum.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, there was a small period of time where I used to sleep in your room.
Yes.
Because there are 2 single beds in there. And then you'd sometimes make my bed. Or my brother in the attic would sometimes make my bed. I'm like, no, that's not how you make my bed. Just don't do it. And sometimes when you or our brother in the attic would put the laundry away, you'd put it in my drawer, but it'd always be the wrong drawer. I'm like, either just put it on my bed or just don't do anything with it at all. Because it annoys me.
These days, when I do the laundry, I just fold it and then I just put it on everyone's respective
I know, but
bed.
sometimes it's either you or our brother in the attic who puts it in the wrong drawer and it annoys me so much.
Well, all I want to say is I don't bother putting things in drawers anymore because I'm too lazy.
Well, for other people, not yourself.
No, I don't even... Well, I actually don't even put my own things in my own drawer. Not for a long time. I always end up leaving it out. But the main reason being is because our brother in the attic is always in our room. And I don't want to disturb him, so that room never gets tidied. Unless he's not in the room at that moment. Yeah.
But on my, wardrobe, it's not as organised as I'd want it to be at the moment. I don't know. But I say my drawers are. Besides from my sock drawer, that needs a bit of a sort out. But in terms of, my underwear and, bra drawer, and, my vest, that's very organised. It is, though. You haven't seen... Well, I'll show you it when we go.
Oh, okay. I'll show you my bra drawer. My bra drawer is very organised.
No, it is organised, and I feel happy about it. And whenever... There will be times where I'll be putting my laundry away, and I won't fold something up properly. And I'll always come back to it later, though. I'm like, I'll just come back to it later. I'm busy. I have to do this. So I just chuck it in there, and I always come back to it and sort it out.
Fair enough. But I guess you now have the luxury of having your own room. And no one else claims that space because, number one, you have a very tiny room and there's not a lot to do in there. So it's yours to do. It's yours to do whatever you want to do in. And yeah, no one really has any reason to be in there. So you have the luxury of just being able to control your room as much as you can. But
and I do a good job of it, I must say. So.
Same. But if I had my own room, that would be the same case. But I don't have my own.
You did for a long... Well, not a long time, but...
It's still not my... personal space.
I know, but there was a time where our brother in the attic and you had separate rooms.
Yeah.
Which I was very upset about. So I was like, I just want a room.
Yeah. We have very awkward living arrangements from time to time.
Yeah, we do.
In the future, it'll become more solidified.
It will.
Maybe when I move out.
If you do move out.
Yeah.
It's like cosplay Chris, you might end up just living here until you're 27.
He's 28.
I mean, 28 then.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, cosplay Chris is in a... I'm getting all bunged up so I can't speak properly. Cosplay Chris is an Australian YouTuber. Hey, you can say it.
Cosplay Chris is an...
American? Whoa!
He's an American YouTuber. He's not from Australia.
Nope.
And he was talking about how he gets, was it a lot of hate?
I don't know, just, I guess, people commenting on his videos.
Like, why haven't you moved out? Why are you still living with your parents? Like, that's so weird. And it's just because houses in Australia, like, they cost a lot of money. But even not in just Australia, like...
Around the world.
Yeah, houses around the world are really expensive.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. If you manage to move out, it's okay. But if you don't see any problem with living with your parents, then go ahead and do it. Who really cares?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not going to affect you.
As long as you have, like, something over your roof. Not just something
over your roof? If you have a roof over your roof, to give it double protection.
What's the saying?
A roof over your head.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What a monkey.
I'm turning into you.
Oh.
As long as you have a roof over your head.
And a roof over that roof.
Then what's there not to be happy about?
Yeah.
It's a home, and some people don't have them, so just appreciate what you've got. And don't be a spoiled brat, Rahul.
Oh, it's down to the person as well. If you don't mind sharing a house with other people, then it's fine. If you still get enough independence, if you still get the independence you need whilst living at home with your family and your parents, then it's okay. But I feel like for me, I don't really have my own space to do my own things. I'm getting bunged up. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Okay, speak for me.
I don't have to speak.
I can't. I'm struggling, guys.
Do you need to blow your nose?
Maybe. Okay, what was I saying?
Talking about homes and independence.
Oh yeah. No, I was just saying. I feel like I'll need my own space to do my own things, especially with like the equipment and stuff I have. There's not really a proper place to put it. So yeah.
Our house is quite small.
Yeah, for a 3-bedroom house, it's not very big, but decluttering would definitely help and giving things a proper home and organising stuff. But that's not your problem, listeners. You don't have to care about this. You don't even have to listen to this.
Unless if you want to help us.
Yeah, send us your tips. Or send someone to help. Send yourself to help. Send your family. Send someone you know who's very organised. And if that person is us that you're trying to send because we're organised, then that's
cool.
That's a paradox. But yeah, I guess we'll leave it there. We've been recording for over an hour. How has this happened?
Blame school.
Yeah, blame the education system.
Yeah, David Cameron.
Oh, it's not even him anymore.
I was just going to say, even though it's not him.
Anyway, you'll have to face towards a microphone. I was going to say camera a bit more. It's just because you said David Cameron. But yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for listening. And I just want to clarify, in the last episode, as we were signing off, I said thank you guys for watching. I only just realised when I was editing. I said thank you guys for watching, and I said it very casually as well.
Like, thank you guys for watching.
And I never realised. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
You're going to say watching. No. It sounded as though you were going to say watching.
No,
maybe
I know.
just because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Because we always say thank you for watching in our videos. But yeah, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the podcast episode. This went on very long, and I'm not sure if... Well, we were aiming for our podcast episode to be about 25 minutes to half an hour, and I feel like that should be a normal length. But...
considering how much we talked...
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool because you get a lot out of this episode. Even if we do ramble, it's good rambling, and I'm getting all bunged up. See, I need to take time off and make myself rest, so then I'm not bunged up whenever I do a podcast episode. But yeah, do you have any final thoughts, Abs? Final things to say?
Not really. I just need to wax my face.
TMI. Well, you can thank everyone for listening because I'm getting bummed.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it.
Okay. And tell your friends and stuff about us. Tell your friends. We're on iTunes.
And your enemies.
And your enemies. And leave a rating and review on iTunes if you like.
If you want.
And we will see you next time.
Goodbye.
No, do it with more energy.
Goodbye.
Ryan's toy review style. Bye.
Bye. Ding, 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 ding.
It's too slow.